Hello and welcome to Blade Break channel for our second day of the Briar deck testing. Today we made few tweaks to the deck. We removed the lead the charges because of the prism going out of the meta. We got rid of one red unmovable as well. This was here strictly because of the Bravo matchup, but we haven't met any Bravos at all in the recent matches we've played, so this was kind of clunky to have that in the sideboard, and this created 3 spots for us to include the Sigil of Suffering, 3 red copies of that one. This is particularly good in the mirror matchup. Maybe we will use that today. So yeah, the deck will be posted in the video description for you guys. And let's find ourselves a match to play today. Let's see what matchups we will get. And yeah, have fun watching the video. See you soon. For our first matchup of the day, we will be facing the mirror one. So we're playing against Briar. In that instance, we want to go first using the crown, Iron Weave for the block at any point in time of the game, and the usual snappies and grasps. We will get rid of CNCs because of the crown on the other side, coaxes as well as evergreens. We will get rid of exudes as well, and maybe one press, leaving the sigils for that matchup, erase faces because of the channel mount heroic. So let's go into the game and see how the race goes. Let's wish good luck, fun to our opponent. So basically what we want to do is to either set up an arsenal and a good play next turn, or force some damage on the first turn, ending up with the arsenal. Right now we cannot enable Rosetta and force some arcane damage. It would just let them filter out the hand. So I am inclined to arsenal just to play the Tome of Harvest, and in case we need to block because of the force of nature or anything like that, we can just block with the sigil and some cards of the hand out of the hand, and maybe leave one tome arsenal for the next turn to see what happens. But the idea here is that it would be good not to block anything too much and just play with the tome. So they are going for 7 damage, and this is just damage, nothing particular impactful, just establishing the race now. So we can kind of let that through and play the tome out, see what we draw from that. So now we can go with the big snatch, we can go with the, maybe let's start with the rubble. They started blocking, which is good for us because now we can go with the big snatch with go again, potentially draw a card. And now we can even break the Iron Weave. Of course we didn't use that for block, but we can break that and play Erase Face and Arsenal the Search. Or we can go ahead with the Rosetta Arsenal the Search, but maybe the Erase Face would be a bigger one, just to start winning the race slowly, and arsenal that one. Now it's a 4, and for that particular 4 we will use the sigil, fully block, damage them a bit, another 4, and we want to for them not to have the embodiment if we are filtering out our hand, and another 4, and that one we will just take. Now we are aiming to hit the Autumn's Touch. Not really. Now we will just go for 7 and a 1 and arsenal the CMH. Of course they will see that CMH because of the bramble and so on. I hope they will not play CNCs because of the crown, and I will not have to protect that in the arsenal. But let's see. Okay, Force of Nature is a good one. We want that. That's fine. Undo that. Don't know why it enables me to do that. That's a good hand. We will not block that. It will get go again then. Okay, that's fine. And a Rosetta, that's also fine because we can respond with so much more. Now we can respond with the potentially playing Sonata first. That's fine. We will have go again on that one. So let's play that one. And we will attack for 7. And then again we will attack for 10. Double brambles block. That's good. That's 8 damage out of their hand. And yeah. Did they play the tome? Not really. F4. I will take the 4. Now we can maybe draw and maybe play the rubble, see what's on the top. Weaver. So 1 non-attack action. How many attacks did we play? There are a lot of non-attack actions, so there is a big chance there is an attack in there somewhere, but it's not there. So maybe follow up with a 7, force something out of their hand. That's a 7, and now let's go with a 4. We could of course arsenal that, but it's kinda clunky to have in the arsenal since it costs 2. We will not be able to filter that anymore, especially that we played some tomes. Of course we drew one now, and we did not draw any attacks, so I'm kinda happy to give that away on the blocks. So now I guess we can pass this turn and play something on the next one. Unless of course they kill us because of that clunky draw. It's a 10. I can take 10. I guess I can take 10. So now we can maybe play Fawn and that for a total of 11 with go again. But maybe let's try to go, I mean, maybe let's try to go wider. So now that one has a natural go again. Okay, let's draw. We can draw in here as well. And use the snappies. And we can attack for 6. We could use the Rosetta, but yeah, this would take less cards from their hand. And now we've got all of them. And we can go like that with go again. That's fine, we can go like that. That's great if they let 2 in, that's okay. Now we can arsenal that one and have this one and then play attack, non-attack and a Rosetta to finish things off. We have a 4 block, a 8 block and the kill combo. So we will do exactly that. We will block with this one and we will react with this one. And that's game. That's fine, mate. Now we just play that one, we play that one, and then finish off with Rosetta. And they do not have 3 sigils to kill us. They have 1 at least. Yeah. And maybe even they have 2nd one, but that's not enough. Okay, so that was the mirror matchup. It was kinda clunky at some point. We drew into like non-attack action cards, like the full hand of them, like once or twice, and in a bad moment where we needed to maintain the tempo. But luckily we were able to push that through to the end. They didn't find the channel mounts on their side. I guess they've blocked with 1 or 2. But yeah, they've blocked with 1. But we were able to maintain the tempo in the end and win that game. So now let's look for the second game of the day and see what matchup will it be. So for the second game of the day we will be facing Phi, and we want to go first in that particular example. So for the Phi matchup we will be using the Crown and Iron Weave as well, the usual snappies. We will leave the CNCs because they will be playing Mask, and CNC can kinda force some arsenal cards. We will get rid of evergreens, D reacts, maybe exudes as well. The rest will remain, so let's start the game, not to trigger our opponent too much. with de-weighting. And yeah, erase faces will stay to get rid of draconic thing, and maybe disable tomes for them if they let that through, or some other triggers, as well as the blade itself. And yeah, so we chose to start. I don't know if we wish them good luck, have fun. So we chose to start, so basically what we want to do is force some damage on the first turn, but we kinda cannot do that with that hand. But this Rounds on Me is a great card against Fi, and maybe we can play one of them and drew into something. This kinda makes this is not useful too much for us, so maybe let's just go with the Rune Chant and Arsenal one card. Maybe the Search, if we want to filter that out, it would be the best one to do so. So now they are attacking with 2, and I guess we can let that in. They are playing the Mask of Momentum, so we need to be mindful of that. They use the Ancestral straight away, so not even trying to do the trick. So now we want to block, and by the looks of it, we do not want to filter yet. So maybe that block will be enough to break the chain in here. Of course, we can as well block with the Iron Weave later on. So the 2 will go through as well. And this is straight out the race, and you can see how impactful this Rounds on Me already is. It's like 3 damage taken out by playing that card. That's a 1, and we want to disable the mask, so we will use the Iron Weave right now. And that's the difference between playing the Tunic. The 3 will go through, okay, that's fine. So they basically did 8 damage and took some of our equipment, and then again 12 damage on the top. So now we want to start with the Scar, potentially, follow up with the Erase Face with Go Again, and a Rosetta to maintain the tempo. So let's start with a Scar. And this will as well take the Draconic thing, maybe mess up their turn a bit. So yeah, we kinda did 5 damage in here, so now we will play the Bramble. Fusing that, play the Search. Now we can break the Iron Weave. That's why we blocked with it, to be able to respond with the 14 Erase Face, followed up by the Rosetta for 4, giving us 22 damage in the turn, 23 and 24 with a Rune Chant. So a 24 damage turn, disabling some of their stuff is not too bad when it comes to the race. Maybe they will give us some cards as well. So we will, okay, they will not. Okay, so that brings them to 20. And now we will of course follow up with the Rosetta, bringing them back to 16. Nice. This hand is also nice. We kinda do not want to filter anything out of it, because maybe we will get some attacks with this Sonata. but let's see how much damage they can create. Okay, so that's a 3. That's fine. We are still maintaining the tempo, if that's the best they can do. And that one. This will kind of draw them a card, and maybe we can block that, filter out the touch, and see what we get. And I guess we can do that just to prevent them from having an arsenal. This basically did nothing. I mean, we are still going to play the Sonata paying 2, just as we would with the Autumn's Touch. But they are not having the arsenal. We are having some of the life total, keeping some of that life total. So let's start with playing Sonata. We will get an attack. So now let's go with 4 go again, then 7 go again into the Rosetta. That will force some blocks. So this is easy peasy. Let's go with the 7 now. And we can finalize with the Rosetta. So they will have to give us some equipment or some cards from their hand. Potentially they will not be able to kill us with a 4-card hand out of 21. And yeah, we can maintain the whole hand for the next turn and then force some cards. So that took one of the cards, that's fine. Then again we will make 2 damage of the arcane instance for sure. Take some equipment. So now they are playing with a 3-card hand with the life deficit, and we can just kinda let that in. We have no natural go against. We kinda need something out of Sonata, or maybe we can play Sonata without paying it, create a rune chant and have a go again in here. Maybe Sonata will find us something to play with. If not, we will have another attack with go again from Snappies and a Rosetta, so we can go white. Of course they will draw from the mask, but let's hope it will not kill us. We need to maintain that hand to be able to push through to end the game. If we start blocking now, it would be kinda awkward with that hand. So now the blade and maybe a big attack at the end, but not for 11. Not for 11, no. They will just arsenal. That's fine. So now we will play the Sonata for 0. We will find the Gloom Veil, which is great because now we can pay for the rune chant and those will both have go again. So rune chant will go through, and now we have 3 attacks for the 10, total of 10, and a Rosetta for 4. And that should do the trick. So yeah, they gave up that equipment. Now let's make them give up some card of the hand, out of the hand, and maybe the mask. Okay, so a card from hand. Now we will force another, or maybe mask and a card, and one last for the Rosetta, leaving them on 1 HP, which is basically the game because I then only need 1 blue card to finish off the game and can block with the rest. So yeah, if they end up on 1 HP, that's basically game. Okay, I will snap that for sure. And now I will attack with Rosetta. They will take the arcane damage, be left on 1, give me another card from the hand, and basically I only need 1 blue to finish off. So there is no case where they will be able to kill me from that 2 card hand and me not leaving 1 blue to do the trick. But this kinda want to, yeah, no reason to block that. I can play the Bramble with the Autumn's Touch for even better effect. So let's play the Bramble, fusing, and play the Autumn's Touch. This will also have 1 arcane, but yeah, if there were like some shenanigans with the Oasis Respite or something like that, we would be able to take some cards of the hand as well, end up with an arsenal, so that's better. Good game anyway, and maybe let's try to find another for today. The last game of the day will be yet again against the Fi, so we will just replicate the sideboarding just like we did in the previous game. So getting rid of coaxes and evergreens, getting rid of the reacts and the exudes, and just go straight into the game, wishing our opponent good luck, have fun, and see what happens. Now they chose to go first. So okay, so they chose us to go first, which is not ideal. We can force some damage through, I guess, but it would be good to have this car in the arsenal, since we will be receiving some damage in here. So I'm guessing we can attack with the erase phase and maybe filter out our hand, maybe force some, you know, uncomfortable blocks. Not all the cards block for free on Fi side. Okay, they filtered out also some bad cards, so that was a good one for them. But yeah, now we have the basically natural go again in the arsenal, since they will be doing some damage. We have the channel mount and a sonata, so we can play channel mount, a go again attack, sonata to give another go again, maybe hit something. And yeah, we have as well the lightning press to bump the attack out. There is nothing particular. Maybe we can filter out the lightning press using the crown. They are using the Lynx mask in opposition to the previous opponent, so we do not have to worry about the chain so much. We maybe want to worry about some on-hit effects, and there are not many. So just straight damage, maybe we will filter out right now, but I'm afraid of the maybe some on hits. Okay, so that's a blade. Maybe let's not waste the crown right now. This hand is not so bad to use out the crown. We can, yeah, just take 11, maybe more. Solve the wound, like no. Okay, so it's a double strike. Yet again, we can take that, I guess. And then another one, or maybe they break the, yeah, and there is a solve the wound. And that's kind of bad. That's kind of bad. Now we have to block that one because it's another one. Oh, that's lava burst. Okay. Lava burst. I guess we kinda took enough, and the press is awkward. This is awkward as well, but at least it will have go again no matter what from the Sonata and the CMH. So we can respond with the 14, maybe more. That's fine. Let's see if we can get anything out of the Sonata. Yeah, we have a Gloom Veil. So that's basically 21 now. Yeah. So for the next one, we potentially will play the Lightning Surge and the Rise Phase. That's one, and one does not scare us. That's two, and it's no difference. That's fine as well. That's fine as well. That's not so bad on their part. Yeah. So it's a 4, and now it's a 5. So basically, yeah, we kind of have to. And it's a 3. Let's block 2 out of this, and we will get hit by another 2, and that's fine. And 3 again, and that's also fine. And 2, and that is also fine. Now we will reply with the 7, going up to 10. Yeah. And with a 9, so they will have to give us the equipment as well. So that's a 9. They will have to use the equipment or 1 card, and this will disable the draconic stuff, so no go again on the blade. And Phoenix. So yeah, we will be doing 6 maybe. Yeah, we will be doing 6. Let's hope they do not have another Art of War. And now we kinda free go again. We can block that 3. Four, and we can block that 4. And a 3, and we can block 1 out of that 3 and go for 7, forcing out yet some another cards. +2, so that's a 7, so they have to give us at least 2 cards. And then we can start thinking about playing the arcane gameplay. Maybe we'll manage to. Yeah, so at least one more card. Let's see, what will it be? With 2 card hand they can. Okay, I was going to tell that with the resource from Tunic and 2 card hand they can potentially go attack Blade and the Phoenix, which will force me to block as well. Okay, so now they will just respond with the raise phase, I guess. So 1 card out of my hand, and maybe this will enable the Rosetta for me. Or 1 blue card will win the game now. They do not have the barrier, so I only need to have 1 blue card in my hand. So now they are attacking with 6, and we can block out the 6 easily and finish the game with the rune chant, I guess. They've disconnected. I'm not sure if they just left knowing how it would end, or if they just truly disconnected. Yep. So I guess our opponent just left the game knowing that we will be able to push some arcane damage onto them. So yeah. In that case, this was the last game of the day, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the games. There were some matchups like Fi and Briar, so this is current meta. Maybe this will be useful to you. Of course, if you've spotted any mistakes during the gameplay, any other lineups to be played, please let me know. And yeah, put the timestamp on those moments. I will be glad to be able to review them and learn from that. I am still learning that particular deck, so it would be great to have your insight as well. I will be, of course, recording more videos on the decks, maybe 1 more on the Briar, and then I will try to move to different decks, maybe Islander or Oldim, to test those out as well, maybe even Dromai. So see you soon, guys, and have a great day. Thanks and bye.